Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and we've made it. Out of the 48 teams that started this World Cup, only 8 remain. Every nation left genuinely believes they can lift the trophy. One more win and you're in a World Cup semi-final. Just 2 wins separate these teams from becoming world champions, and honestly, these quarterfinals are absolutely stacked. We've got a rematch of the 2022 World Cup semi-final between France and Morocco. Spain take on Belgium in another heavyweight European clash. England continue their run against an informed Norway side, and Argentina face Switzerland as they chase another World Cup title. Let's get straight into my predictions. We're starting with France against Morocco. I've got France winning 2-0. This feels like the perfect rematch. Everyone remembers Morocco's incredible run to the 2022 World Cup semi-finals, becoming the first African nation ever to reach the last 4. 4 years later, they're back in the quarterfinals, and this time they're no longer surprise underdogs. Morocco have arguably been one of the best defensive teams in the entire tournament. They've come through an incredibly difficult path, progressing from a group containing Brazil before knocking out both the Netherlands and Canada in the knockout rounds. Their defensive organisation has once again been outstanding, while their ability to break quickly on the counter has caused problems for every opponent they've faced. Achraf Hakimi continues to be one of the best attacking fullbacks in world football. Sofiane Amrabat remains the heartbeat of the midfield, constantly breaking up attacks and protecting the back four. What impresses me most is how calm Morocco look in knockout football. They never panic. They stay compact. They wait for mistakes. But this is the toughest test they've faced so far. France still look like the favourites to win the entire tournament. Didier Deschamps' side have reached the quarterfinals with controlled performances against Paraguay and Sweden, and while they haven't always been spectacular, they've consistently found ways to win. Kylian Mbappe has been sensational once again. He comes into this match with 7 goals, putting him among the tournament's leading scorers, while also contributing assists and consistently creating chances whenever France attack. But what separates France from almost everyone is their depth. Ousmane Dembele, Michael Olise, Desiree Doué, Bradley Barcola, Tchouaméni if he's fit. They've got world-class players everywhere. I actually think Morocco will give France their biggest challenge of the tournament. I don't expect France to dominate possession like they have in previous rounds, but over 90 minutes I think Mbappe produces another big moment. France's attacking quality eventually breaks Morocco down, and they book their place in another World Cup semi-final. Now we've got Spain against Belgium. I've got Spain winning 2-0. Spain have been one of the most complete teams in this World Cup. They're the only remaining side yet to concede a goal. That tells you everything. Their defensive organisation has just been as impressive as their attacking football. Everything starts in midfield. Rodri continues to dictate the tempo of matches better than almost anyone in world football. Whenever Spain have possession, the game is played on their terms. Then you've got Lamine Yamal. For me, he's been one of the breakout stars. Not of this tournament, but in the past major tournaments like Euro 2024. His confidence, creativity and ability to beat defenders has completely transformed Spain's attack, while Nico Williams has provided pace and directness down the opposite wing. Together, they've stretched defences through the tournament and created chances almost every game. Spain's victory over Portugal in the previous round showed exactly why so many people see them as genuine World Cup favourites. Even against one of the deepest squads in world football, Spain controlled possession, dictated the tempo and limited Portugal's attacking options and their opportunities as well. And Belgium deserve huge credit for getting this far, of course. Kevin De Bruyne remains one of the best midfielders of his generation and continues to produce moments of brilliance that very few players can replicate. Romelu Lukaku is always capable of scoring. Jeremy Doku's pace also gives Belgium dimension on the counter-attack. But if I'm honest, Belgium haven't completely convinced me. Outside of their impressive win over the USA, they've often relied on individual quality rather than controlling matches collectively, and even supporters seem divided over whether they can live with Spain's possession-based style as well. Against Spain, chasing the ball for long periods is exhausting. Eventually, spaces begin to appear, eventually mistakes happen, and I think that's exactly what we'll see here. Belgium will compete, they'll have moments, but Spain's control of possession, defensive solidity and attacking quality eventually gets them over the line. Now for the one I've been waiting for, Norway against England. As an England fan, this is not the draw I wanted. I've got England winning 2-1. Norway have been one of the stories of the tournament. Coming into this World Cup, everyone knew they had talent, but they've gone from being a dangerous outsider to looking like a genuine contender. Their round of 16 victory over Ivory Coast was another reminder of how dangerous they can be, and statistically, they've been one of the highest scoring teams in the competition, and their famous win over Brazil. A huge part of that is obviously Erling Haaland. He's been among the tournament's leading goal scorers and continued to prove why he's one of the most feared strikers in world football. Given one chance and give him one chance and then there's a chance the ball ends up in the back of the net, obviously. Alongside him, Martin Odegaard has been exceptional as well. The Arsenal captain has been controlling games, creating chances and linking Norway's attacking brilliantly throughout the tournament as well. For me, he's been one of the best midfielders in the World Cup so far. Norway have also looked more balanced than previous generations. They're no longer just Haaland and Odegaard. The supporting cast has stepped up. Defensively, they're organised. In midfield, they're competitive. And going forward, they always carry a threat, don't they? But England have looked outstanding. Biased aside, statistically, we've been one of the strongest teams in the tournament, haven't we? We've scored freely, defended well, and consistently controlled matches. The victory over Mexico in the round of 16 was not easy, we all know that, but finding a way through difficult knockout games is exactly what top teams have to do. Jude Bellingham has been sensational. For me, he's been one of the best players in the entire tournament. His ability to influence games in every area of the pitch is incredible, whether it's winning possession, carrying the ball forward, or contributing goals and assists. He seems to do everything. Harry Kane continues to deliver in major tournaments as well. Anthony Gordon has looked increasingly influential, especially against Mexico, if he's starting over Rashford. Bukayo Saka has been a constant threat as well, and Declan Rice has quietly been one of England's most important players, providing balance and control in midfield. I think Norway score. I don't see England keeping Haaland quiet for 90 minutes. That's almost a mission impossible, isn't it? But I also think England create chances. When you look at the quality England have across the pitch, I think we eventually find a way through. It won't be comfortable. It won't be easy. But I've got England reaching the World Cup semi-finals. Finally, we got Argentina against Switzerland. I've got Argentina winning 2-0. Switzerland deserve enormous credit for reaching this stage. Every major tournament, they seem to find a way into the knockout rounds. They might not always get the attention that bigger nations receive, but they're consistently one of the most reliable tournament teams in world football. Their defensive organisation is excellent. Their structure is disciplined and they're incredibly difficult to break down. Granit Xhaka continues to be the leader of the team, and even at this stage of his career, he remains one of the most influential midfielders in international football and controls the tempo of matches brilliantly. Switzerland have frustrated stronger teams for years and they'll believe they can do it again. But Argentina have looked like world champions. Everything about them feels composed. Everything feels under control, even as the squad evolves beyond the Messi era, even though he's still banging in the goals and that. They've maintained the mentality and identity that made them so successful in the first place. Julian Alvarez has been excellent throughout the tournament. His movement, pressing and finishing have caused problems for every defence he's faced. Behind him, Enzo Fernandez and Alexis McAllister continue to dominate midfield battles and control possession. Argentina have also been one of the strongest teams statistically. They've consistently dominated the ball, created high-quality chances and limited opponents to very little. Their victory over Egypt in the round of 16 was another example of their quality. Comeback and a half. They controlled the game from start to finish. Well, not from start, but when they finished it, never really looked like in danger, apart from when Egypt went 2-0 up, of course. Switzerland will defend. They'll stay organised and they'll make Argentina work for every opportunity. But over 90 minutes, I think Argentina's quality eventually becomes too much. I don't think Switzerland create enough chances, and I think Argentina's patience eventually pays off. Now let's compare my predictions with yours. No surprises here for France. The overwhelming majority of you are backing France to reach the semi-finals, and honestly, I agree. Another huge vote in favour of Spain. Most of you think Spain continue their incredible tournament run. As an England fan, I like seeing this one. Most of you are backing the Three Lions, but Norway have definitely earned plenty of respect after the tournament they've had. Again, most of you are backing Argentina. Switzerland have shown they can surprise teams before, but Argentina remain one of the favourites to win the whole thing. So that means my World Cup semi-final lineup is France versus Spain, England versus Argentina. Honestly, that feels like a World Cup dream semi-final lineup. 4 giants of international football, 4 genuine contenders, and only one can become world champion. Let me know your own semi-final predictions down in the comments. Who wins France versus Spain? Who wins England versus Argentina? And who lifts the World Cup? I'll see you all in the next one. Come on, England.